Yeah, well, did you ever wonder where to find all of the metadata that is related to your TREC submissions? So in that case, I have good news for you because I will present joint work that was done together with Alan Voorhees and Ian Soboroff from NIST. So I assume that many of you are quite familiar with how TREC in general works, but I want to briefly recap the overall framework to make our contributions a little bit clearer. So in principle, we have the organizers who would define the research problem or the task, and very often they also hand out the corresponding data. And then participants from all over the world start to develop systems or solutions for the problem. And once they are finished, they hand in their results as so-called run files. And these runs, they get evaluated at NIST, and usually these large-scale benchmarks provide us with a lot of valuable insights. And I guess you can figure out that the runs are the key data resource in this framework here, and I think Mark also did a really good job at pointing out why these resources are important to the community. However, if we take a look at the single run file, in a very strict sense, it's often not that clear from where this data originates. So for example, from the run file itself, it's not clear who implemented it or what kind of method was used, what's the corresponding data, or what kind of hardware or platform is required. So the good thing is that all of this information is available, but sometimes it can be really time-consuming to find all of this information. So anyone who ever tried to find this kind of information by matching the run identifier to the corresponding notebook would probably agree that this can be tedious work. So and this is why we make the following 3 contributions. So the first one is a database that covers all of the metadata from more than 30 years of TREC experiments and evaluations. And then we use that database to compile a web-based browsing interface that you can use to navigate through the metadata. And our third contribution is a REST API that you can use for more principled or systematic search access to the metadata. This is a high-level overview of the metadata scheme. Anyone who ever participated in TREC will be familiar with a lot of these concepts. We won't go into the details for now, so we have a poster session on Wednesday, or part of the poster session, and if you're interested in that, please stop by. This is a screenshot of the browsing interface. It's based on mkdocs. Its design is pretty straightforward, so on the left-hand side we have the different TREC iterations, and on the right-hand side you can navigate through the data by the single tracks. So, but of course it's more engaging if you take a look at the browser by yourself. So please feel free to scan the code or visit the page. This is an example of the output that we would get from the REST API. So in this example, we have a JSON formatted output that corresponds to the API call above. In this case, it's a very particular run that was made by Maura Grossman and Gordon Cormack in 2017. And yeah, as you can see, now we have all of the metadata available in a structured and tidy format. And yeah, all of the resources are publicly hosted on GitHub. So please feel free to take a look at the repository. So let's say you will find a problem in the metadata or have an idea for an extension. In that case, you could reach out to us by making a pull request or opening an issue. Yeah, that's mainly it. So as I said, we have a poster in Wednesday's session. If you would like to learn more, look for that poster. And yeah, thank you for your attention and time.